You smell.
I wish I could order everything online and just pack and pick it up to the store.
You smell good. Great, Simone.
I smell great. I still need to take a bath.
Okay, let's get razor. And let's get 7 bad stinkiness, right?
Move that, Mama. Get off your own ride. I told you I don't touch you. Come on, chill. Let me go, please. Thank you.
Green nice red shade. I like to this here, okay?
I see you. I see you, girl. Tilly. Stop. I'm asking you nicely. Stop.
One of the more dangerous passing offenses, the leaders of top-10 passing TDs, and they'll go against the Texans, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. The towers are out, but it's just a real cold running Pirates field in Pittsburgh. That's a real say-hello to our commentator, Brandon Goddard.
Despite the elements these days here in Western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one. As you get a look inside snowy High Field in Pittsburgh. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try to ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they came in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in, but they're going to go for it.
And they'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards to the 27-yard line. Throwing now, Roethlisberger, a first down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for 4. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover. Because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
Second down now after the pass completion. Well, the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And look now at the defense for Houston.
Trivia time, coming into the season, who's third in sacks over the last 25 games in the NFL?
Well, since you said you wanted to highlight Whitney Merciless, I'm guessing it's him, right?
Exactly right. Behind Khalil Mack and Von Miller. And for added measure, has 6 sacks in the postseason, which is also a Houston Texans record.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Fake it down. Now it's Roethlisberger. That is incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down. And the incompletion to set up 4th.
Reese stop getting on me. I keep asking him.
He got all of it. Too much mustard on that one. Hits a couple yards in the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. The former national champion in Clemson bringing him onto the field. And it's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They go play action here. First down. Still pressure too much here. He's going down. Ryan Shazier. Coming out on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. They're running now out of the gun. Once he tries to go the run. And he took it in just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there. 27 yards. First down, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. They're running them out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit.
He's looking for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Great play there. With touchdown number 23 on the year. And the Texans have
Go get you some water.
one of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there in the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one's fielded at the 5. And they'll take this one near the 25, pull at the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they last drive their first drive, 3 out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Give it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he gets this out to the 34 outbounds there. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defender receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like the receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with it without weakening our overall defense? Exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we'll give you a look at what's going on there. And these guys locked into that number 1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish? It's going to have to eat this one as down it goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll run now out of the gun. And he rolls across the 20 to to the 24-yard line. Given 9 there, they still need 6 more now on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down here at about the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Watson on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A solid move here by our offensive left side, harmlessly to the ground. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis on Brandon Garden, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2. A 2nd down here. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd and 10, Watson. With the left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now, they put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the ball might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to... create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try to generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short game. Of course, he got some good news this week. He's named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular, not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lift.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. They'll try and run for it with Bell. He's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
But they really need to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, it's Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple more on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, it hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On third down, Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the outline. And he'll get it at 17 on a Pittsburgh first.
This is getting me what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And the heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up at the 24. And he'll take this one past the 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And then we're in December, even routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Comes Houston. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're acting really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. And he'll get it down. down here to the 43. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he picks up the line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
We always talk about and we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was the AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
To throw is Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Fifth catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Here's Watson now on second down. Escaping the pressure right, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it. The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third down and 12. Now Watson forced out to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass. Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult. And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead. Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either. And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give him a little bit of... Now Bell hit. He lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them. And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Steelers trail at home at halftime. The Texans will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, Watson's going to find his mark, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 8-yard line. Texans now later on the drive. Tolliver is going to stay up the middle, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. He'll take the early advantage. Now to early in the second quarter. Quick pass and completion is made here, and he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. Texans later on the drive. The pass is complete near the sideline, and he's going to go 19 yards for the score. As they move out in front, 14-0. Steelers now on 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger's on target here, and he'll be tackled at the 36-yard line. Final seconds of the half. Ball's going to be up for grabs here. Texans pick up the football and score. The lead now at 24. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Pittsburgh for the second half.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game. All right, there's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Nice move at the 40. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. To throw on third down, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And they're going to speed things up here. Watson off play action. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And it's Watson. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here we go.
Watson looks to throw again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And now it's second and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Texans add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Again, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more.
Here we go!
Now a handoff looking right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go! Man 38! Ohio!
On first down, it's Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go!
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go!
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Ohio 38!
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down following the run.
Here we go!
They'll try the air now with Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go! Ohio! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shedding the tackle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now on fourth down. We've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early byes and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw on second is Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers.
Martavis Bryant. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something done.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Whitney merciless. In there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Ben on third and long. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable here from the 38. Look at the spin.
Balance.
That'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. Hard to call this guy a game manager, but that's really all he's needed to do. The running game, fantastic.
And they've actually put themselves in a spot where they're able to close the game out, doing what you would want to do in this situation anyway, run the football. But they don't have to ramp up into it. They're already there. They've been establishing it the entire game.
They can keep that running theme and get into the locker room with a win. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Let's go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing now, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. So Roethlisberger, we've seen this before, unfortunately. He'll depart. And look who's going to get a shot here in relief. It's Robert Griffin III. A first throw for the backup Griffin. And his throw is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
To throw is RG3. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He has really been buoyed here by a strong running attack. They've been great on the ground.
And have enjoyed the entire process because oftentimes when you're running the football well, that's much more of a team effort. Everyone has to come together to make it work. Offensive line, wide receivers, the tight ends when they're on the field, maybe an extra running back leading. It is a really nice thing to see, a team type of thing. And guess what? The quarterback, he get out of the locker room a whole lot faster after this game. The interviews are going to go to the running back.
Yeah, now we hit the home stretch here in the fourth with their lead. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Come on, let's go. White, Ohio.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. first down. Griffin. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Left on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. One last shot for RG3. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open air.